risk. I do understand that governments do want to prevent people being harmed by dangerous substances. It's what we want, it's what the Greens want, I'm sure it's what the Labor Party wants, and I'm sure it's what the Coalition wants. We want to reduce the harms associated with the consumption of these substances. On that, we can all agree. I don't come at this from some libertarian perspective like some of my colleagues in this chamber, that people should be allowed to use these substances, the state has no role, we shouldn't interfere. I think the role of the state is to minimise the harms associated with their use. And this is where we disagree with the government's approach. We don't believe they've taken the time, nor the opposition, it must be said, to examine the implications of this bill or of the evidence and the lessons learned from overseas. So in opposing this bill, I say this: we need a new approach. Let's look to New Zealand. Let's look at what's working over there. We have a model in place for how better to minimise the harms associated with the use of some of these substances. Let's recognise that everything we've done in this space so far around the use of psychoactive substances has been a failure, that we're no closer to the objective of reducing the harms associated with illicit drugs than where we were decades ago, and that we risk repeating the same problems with the use of these new so-called legal synthetic drugs or social tonics. It is indeed time for a new approach, and we look forward to the government reconsidering their position on this legislation.